You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Are you ready to learn the 3 secrets to launching a successful podcast? Hi, I'm Bill, a recent client of the Podcast Mogul. If you've been thinking about starting a podcast but aren't sure where to begin, he's got you covered. He is hosting a free webinar where he will share the 3 secrets that can help you launch, grow, and monetize your podcast without any fancy equipment or technical headaches. Click the link in the show notes to save your spot now and let him help get your podcast off the ground.
We got everything expensive and long, but so I'm in there and I grabbed this book called The Snowball by Warren Buffett.
I have it. I love that book.
Oh, it's so good. I'm like, so I'm reading this book and I was told.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Invest in Yourself, the Digital Entrepreneur Podcast. I am, of course, your host with the most, Phil Better. And on this episode, this is a very, very exciting episode for me because I have Lloyd Ross on the podcast, Millionaire mentor himself. And if you've been following me on Instagram, Facebook, and that, you know who Lloyd is. Lloyd is someone who took a chance on me and invested in me, pretty much being his podcast producer for his podcast, Money Grows on Trees, the podcast, which if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to it right away because it's amazing. But if you stay till the end of this episode and you're already subscribed to his podcast, I'm going to let you in on a little secret that's coming up on his feed that no one else knows. So stay tuned for that. But without further ado, let's listen to this episode and you'll find out more about Lloyd. So, Lloyd, how did you get started?
Oh, thanks for having me on, Phil.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, it's really cool. I love the name of your podcast, Invest in Yourself. It's just so important, right? Like, we all just get carried away investing in so many other things and sometimes forget about ourselves. So I love it. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome.
So how did it all start? Well, great question. I mean, it started in a job. when I figured it, when I realized where I didn't really want to be. And I'd always read the books, like probably the same books you've read, man, Robert Kiyosaki books and Tim Ferriss. And like, I was reading the book. I knew there was a way somehow to tap into something else besides just a job. Yeah. Right. So that's, I guess, where it started. It just started with the desire not to be in one. And, eventually what happened was I resigned from my job, got into some real estate sales and finance with my dad, which was a great experience. Really hard. It was like a baptism of fire, I would say it was. But, there's really hard experiences in business, are really good grounding for skills. So I built some good skills. And then eventually I was like, you know what? I need something that's online, something that's going to give me some sort of passive residual.
Yeah, something that's easy while I can do other things. Take risks.
Take risks. Do different things. Like, live life.
Yeah, live the dash.
Yeah.
Live the dash.
Yeah, live the dash. So it's like, and what happened was my sister actually introduced me to network marketing, which I never really expected to ever do, ever. And
no one does.
No one. I'm like, what? Anyway, long story short, we actually liked the products. We actually started helping people. We actually got paid. And we scaled it up to we almost hit $1 million Australian, but not quite American yet. But we've started to really good business, right?
You're already at $1 million right there. That's great. Doesn't matter what dollar signs are in. You got $1 million. It's great.
Yeah. So, we did that and we've got this really cool business now. So it taught us a lot about networking, marketing. We really cut our teeth on it there. for smaller products, right? That's what it was about. And we mostly did it online. So I got my Instagram up and Facebook, and got a group now. It grows by about 1,000 a month, which is really cool. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really good. But then what happened was, because of that experience, right? That's where it started, really. I was able to jump online. I wrote a book, and then I've got some courses now. I'm sort of marketing out there for money and investing and helping people invest in themselves.
I read your book, and I have to say it's a great book. It's awesome, and it's kind of like you're probably the third or fourth author I've had on my podcast that just happened to have wrote a book. Like, they throw it away. Yeah, I wrote a book, you know? And I'm like, writing a book's pretty big. Like, you have a physical copy. Like, it's easy today, quote unquote, but still sitting down and writing that book is a process.
It is. It's like it's like an assignment. It's like a school project.
Yeah.
It's like, you have nightmares about it, you know, but
the publisher wants it by this time. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's brutal, right? Like, it's not easy. It's just not like, if I can give anyone some advice who's listening to this, you know, in your audience, it's just like, if you have this desire to write a book, I'm sorry to say, but you just got to sit in front of the computer and just like get a coffee and just write. Go.
Just write gibberish. Just keep writing until something pops up. Yeah.
Start, you know, but yeah. So, yeah.
And so, like, the baptismal by fire, you went real estate, and your courses, are they around the real estate world? Are they now about affiliate marketing?
Well, what's really interesting is that during the real estate selling, I mean, I've just done so many different things. But the one thing I noticed as we were building our network marketing business, I mean, we did that to make extra income on the side to then invest into stocks. So I've always had three forms of income. I've always had a job income, like active income, where you trade your time for money. Even when I was doing sales, it was still trading my time for money.
Yeah.
And then we had this side hustle income, which is our network marketing business, which was producing extra income. And then I always invested in dividend stocks. Like, I was always invested in stocks at, say, from age 24, because I read Warren Buffett's books, right? And so I had the dividend income coming in. So I was like, I've got three forms of cash flow, right? And I'm like, I'm not a millionaire. Oh, this is when I wasn't a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire yet, right? So I was like, I have built these three incomes, and I know people want to do this. So what I did was, eventually I realized people didn't know a lot about money. They all wanted to learn how to make money and so forth. So I thought, well, look, if I teach them the three forms of income that I put together, maybe they can just model that and replicate that. So in the book, it talks about have your job, set up a side hustle in either affiliate marketing, network marketing, Amazon FBA, whatever it is you want to do, podcasting, doesn't matter, digital marketing, whatever, do that. And I do some examples there and so forth, and tell a story. But then at the end of the book, it talks about where you're going to put that money.
That's the important part. Where does the money go?
Where does it go? Where does it go? Because I think a lot of people, you'd agree probably, they want to earn money and they earn more, but they just spend it all. So it's like, what's the story here?
Stay in the rat race, similar to what Robert said. You stay in the rat race because you're working, you get that promotion to get, 50, 60, 70K a year. And you're like, yeah, I finally did it. But then I have no money left over I'm living paycheck to paycheck, but I thought I had more money. No, you have more money, but you're increasing your cost of living. You're increasing your spending when you should be, staying at a comfortable level. Like, I figured out how much my life right now costs me.
Yes.
It's $3K a month. If I can clear $3K a month, I'm good. And and then everything else is okay. Now, how much goes to, entertainment or something else like that? It's just breaking everything down. We weren't taught that in school, unfortunately. And it's like you trial by fire. We had to fail. We had to get burnt to figure it out.
Yep. And I think it's really important that you've hit it on the nail on the head there. You said, I know that it costs me this much to survive, to live. Like, this is my fixed overhead of my life.
Yeah.
And anything above that, like, let's say let's say it's $3,000 a month, and let's say you made $6,000 for the month. You're like, well, maybe I should spend $3,000 on my life, $1,000 maybe on taxes, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe $1,000 on growing myself in my business, and maybe $1,000 I put into an index fund, whatever it might be. The reason why I talk about investing in shares, I just use an index fund as an example. I know,
of course.
In North America, property's so good there, cash flow wise. Probably in North America, property.
Yeah.
But here in Australia, it sucks property wise, cash flow. So I'm all about dividend shares because it's tax free here in Australia. So
here, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. It's a taxable income.
It's taxable income, and also your companies don't pay a lot of dividends there. They rebuy stock. So that's just one example. But you can apply it to property. I think it's just important to have a home for your money. Give your money a job.
Yeah, what's really weird is I was reading this and watching Grant Cardone. I don't know if you know who he is.
Yeah, Grant. Yep.
And I was watching one of his videos about like how he goes in and he does a live like sales prep meeting with his boys, and I'm like listening to it and I'm like, no, that's important. Like, and he says, have your money should be working. Like Warren Buffett says, your money should be working. Your money should never be just sitting around doing nothing, collecting dust. Kevin O'Leary says it as well. He's a Canadian Warren Buffett, if you will. And it's work. Make your money work. And I think what's really great is now I'm moving from, I have my day job. It's secure. I got that. I'm moving into affiliate type marketing with my podcast. We have NordVPN is the affiliate that I'm with because they're great. And I want to learn. And you're here talking about stocks and index funds and stuff I have no idea about. Like I have zero knowledge when it comes to stocks and that. So this is awesome because I know you have courses. So I'm like, okay, I know exactly. I talk with you. I know you. So I'm going to go with your course that teaches me about index funds and that. So and I can't wait to get to that part of your book as well. Just slowly reading because I have like a couple books going at the time.
Yeah, I know what you mean, man. I've got like books under my bed. I'm like, I need to get through them. Yeah, I hear you. You'll learn about it in my book. It'll teach you about index funds at the end, which is really, but I teach it in like a way that's so simple to understand. I use the Irish potato famine as an example of what to do with stocks, right?
That's perfect. I think that's what we need for this generation because we don't learn the same way because we have access to knowledge so quickly. Like if we have to sit and learn about the minute details, we're not going to do it. We need that little shortcut that gets us interested to go further into it, So
and I remember back when I was learning about stuff, I didn't know anything either. I think people think you're just born with knowing, and I didn't, but I picked up a book, and that's why, like, again, back to the title of your podcast, which is why I like it so much. None of this stuff is possible that we're both doing unless we invest in ourselves. And you'll probably agree, one of the easiest and best investments is pick up a book. Like how simple is that?
It's like if you get a Kindle, you can get Kindle Unlimited. Boom, there, 99 cents or even 99 cents books. Those are, even those 99, those are even valuable because people are wanting to make their name, and if they made their money one way, like pick up their book. You may learn something for yourself.
Yep, definitely. And I mean, I've got this app. I don't know if you know it, called Scribd.
No.
Scribd. It's an app, and it's $8 a month and unlimited books.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
It's so good. I know.
$8 a month is nothing. Like, and you get unlimited books. Oh my God.
And audio books and books.
Both. So that's even better than like Amazon Kindle has. Shit.
Yeah. There you go. There's a good bit of value for the listeners there. No excuses now.
No, like $8 a month. That's nothing. That's less than Netflix even.
Yep. I'm pretty sure it's $8 still. So there you go.
There you go.
Gotta invest in yourself. Easiest way to do it. So when I even talk about it in my book, like my journey around entrepreneurship and money and financial freedom. Like I'm sitting here talking to you. I literally run $1 million business from my bedroom. It's a joke. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, it was not always that way. So you build the bridge towards that, and the best way to do it is to pick up books and learn based on what you want to achieve, not just read willy-nilly. But I remember Tim Ferriss's book, The 4-Hour Workweek, that really opened my eyes up. And that's an old book now, right? What's that? Certainly like 12 years old, maybe.
At least that, yeah. And he's slowly like breaching now into the mainstream because like it's like 12 years ago he was like, oh wow, a 4-hour work week. I remember hearing 4-hour work week. Yeah, okay. Now it's like people are like, have you heard Tim Ferriss's book? I'm like,
oh my God.
I knew about that 12 years ago.
But your affiliate, let's talk about your affiliate marketing, like enterprise, right? Objectively with affiliate marketing, what's so good about that, and I touch on a little bit in my book, like only a brief bit, but it's recurring income.
Mm-hmm.
And so if it gets big enough, let's say you did let's say you did a podcast once a week and you did, or twice a week, and then you did some other stuff. That's a 4-hour work week.
Yeah, it is. It's insane because like this, but what's even better is it's a one-time 4-hour work week but it continues to pay for yourself when you never have to work on it ever again.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I already recorded this, everything's up and it's paying dividends to me because I see my downloads for my podcast increase because I had this podcast editor and I'm in a podcast group and someone's like, oh, I'm just starting. I'm like, this is a great podcast to listen to. It's the episode, it talks, boom, boom. And I give value saying boom. And then if they go, oh, they hear the NordVPN, they click on NordVPN, and they sign up. So it's like,
that's clever. Yeah. So good, isn't it? Like there's just so many opportunities out there online to earn this second income or third income, whatever you want to do.
Like I remember when the internet first started and like people were talking about affiliate marketing, like it was like icky, sticky stuff, but it's really just word of mouth. Like
totally.
Oh, you should go to this barber, he's the best barber. No one's going to be like, ooh, ew, skew. Like I'm just asking for some little moolah if you promote me. That's it.
Sometimes it's not even word of mouth. Sometimes you like, let's say you listen to a podcast or you do this or you click on some course or whatever, or YouTube and you just see a link.
Mm-hmm.
It's just there. Like obviously it's word of mouth because the person's done a YouTube clip, but you stumble across great digital products in the affiliate space that are really valuable.
Oh yeah.
And people keep reordering them. Like ClickFunnels is one of the best affiliate products, as in the most popular affiliate products around because Russell gives so much value in his books and stuff, so.
Oh yeah. And what's great is the ones who create these great funnels like ClickFunnels or GrooveFunnels, they want to keep them keeping money for coming. And so they're constantly rebuilding it. It's not like the old days where like it was like this one and done. No, they realize the recurring income is a lot better than just a one and done.
Yeah. Well, software, like even Microsoft went to subscription Microsoft, didn't it? Like, that became a subscription business. Apple's moving towards subscription businesses primarily now, right? It knows that's the best.
The market tells you what's needed, and our generation grew up with subscriptions. So bigger businesses better get into the subscription game.
Yeah, look at this app, the Script app, $8 a month. It's like Netflix for books. So I think like our network marketing business. You talk about affiliate being icky. Everyone hated network marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Hated like, there's some companies that really just destroyed the whole industry. But it's been built quite well, and there's some really great companies. And we just do all ours online. So it's changed dramatically in the last 20 years, right? And what's fascinating about that is that we have a nutrition subscription business. So people are ordering nutrition to their house over and over again out of 26 countries from an app, right? So it's not like your mum's selling products out of your garage when you're a kid. It's not like that. And I guess
it's next level.
It's changed. So I don't know. I think if you're open and you're listening to your podcast and you're getting guests on who talk about all these opportunities, start with some books, get into one, and learn and do, and it's just amazing, the opportunities.
Oh yeah, no. What's really great is as we're recording this, tomorrow is Thursday. It's the drop of another podcast. I actually have a kid compared to us. He's a 20-year-old who has a $6 six-figure business in just in like print on demand, and he's doing affiliate marketing, and he's now doing affiliate marketing as his full-time high ticket affiliate marketing. And I'm like, God, I interviewed him last month, and I'm seeing his growth. I'm following him because his growth is awesome, and it's like, wow, this is amazing.
Wow, that's so cool. The young guy I had on, he's only 16. This guy I didn't have him on my. I don't have a pod, but I was just talking to him. Anyway, he's freaking 16. He's selling shoes. Like he's buying brand new Nikes and he's reselling them for a profit.
God.
I'm like, what is that?
It's insane. It's insane the hustles kids have today.
You don't even exist. Yeah.
No. People were like, okay, you get $100, you can buy a Nike. Now they're like, this is a custom edition Nike. This is like $7,000. And you're like, who's going to wear that?
What about this? I was on Twitter the other day. You on Twitter?
Yes.
So not big in Australia, but it's massive in North America, right?
Yes, it's huge.
Anyway, so I'm on Twitter now, so I'm learning all about Twitter. Right? I feel like I'm the only Australian on there. Anyway, so I come across this dude, and he's like, money Twitter or Twitter money. People talking about money on Twitter, making money on Twitter. Anyway, he said, the best type of investment right now. I'm like, what? He's like, Lego. I'm like, what? Lego. He goes, I try and find me something that's returned more than Lego. I'm like, are you kidding? Like the actual toys, Legos? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So I went and checked it out. 11.8% annual return since 1987. I was like, holy
damn.
Yeah. It's like better than stocks, better than real estate, better than gold, better than,
But it's true because we grew up with Lego, and when we have kids, we're going to get them. Like I have a nephew, I'm going to get him Legos when he's old enough.
Yep.
So it just makes sense that Lego will ever go out of business. It's like IKEA. I don't think IKEA will ever go out of business either.
It's crazy. Yeah, IKEA probably won't either. But I'm like Lego. So you can actually buy like the Millennium Falcon Lego for like $1,500, I think it is now to buy it. But it'll go up. It's like basketball cards.
Yeah, basketball cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon now. Pokemon's jumping up.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering is like was already expensive because a buddy of mine nearly has like a full set. I think he has nearly the full set of the first ever prints of Magic, and already that was worth like a couple G's cards. Now with like baseball cards and all that jumping back in, it's gonna be insane.
I was looking yesterday at some of the cards, like you can get some of the early baseball card. I think it's 3.8 million highest for a card. Anyway, I think these opportunities, like talking about investing in oneself, like if I was young, starting out, in my teens, man, I would be trading this stuff on eBay. I'd be going and like just doing product arbitrage, getting stuff off AliExpress, reselling it.
It's exactly what eBay used to be when it first started. It's just the cycle's just returning now, but now it's even more profitable because there's more stuff and they have access to more stuff, and you have better, like you have Facebook that you can do targeted ads if you want when you have the money to. So and you also can find free stuff on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. You can find free stuff on Facebook Marketplace and resell it on eBay and take a margin even before you buy it.
Yeah, you'll know the margin before you buy it. And if you're like, okay, for $5, what can I get? Okay, I can trade. I saw one guy, I can't remember his name, but I'll make sure he's linked in the show notes. He started from nothing. He's like, I'm going to start with $0. Found a Game Boy Advance, I think, with a game in pretty good condition. Cleaned it up, flipped it for like $50 on Facebook Marketplace, and then used that $50 to flip something else. And he's now at like $1,000. And I'm like, he's literally showing you can do it with $0, and I'm going to show you how.
Yeah. Well, so in the book I talk about a little bit, but with our network marketing business, it cost us $575 to get our first pack, right? $575. And there is, because it's food based, I was going to get it anyway. Anyway, we're at now, just passing the $1 million Australian. What's that? Costs us 500 Australian startup, costing $1 million. We built that out of a box that right up at our house.
Damn.
Just through the network effect, right? So it doesn't take a lot of money, like the kid with the game, or even network marketing or affiliate marketing doesn't cost much either, right? Like product purchase.
It's if you buy the product, there's the cost there. If you're not buying the product, like if you're going with NordVPN, you just need a website. As long as you have a website, NordVPN will accept you, and it's a service that's great. Like everybody needs NordVPN. It protects your IP online, and no one wants any hackers or anybody to know your IP and show up and dox you and that. So you flip on NordVPN, boom. Plus side, I can watch Australian Netflix. You guys have better Netflix than Canada. Sometimes.
Really?
Yes.
We have better Netflix than the state? Well, are you in Canada?
I'm in Canada, so I don't. So because Canada has different laws regarding streaming and all that, so you don't get all of what the Americans have on theirs. But because you guys don't have a lot of the same companies that we do, like the like CBC or our networks, so you get your Netflix. Netflix was like, we'll buy this right, we'll buy this right, we'll buy this right. So you guys get it, and I'm over here going, but I'm right up north. I'm
just
right here.
I'm just here. Yeah.
So
I didn't know that. There you go. Well, welcome to Australian Netflix.
Oh, it's great. Plus, sometimes we don't get Australian shows. So there's the Australian shows that I get to watch that is uploaded there. And it's great watching those shows because it's like, oh, that's so interesting. Like, I think there was one that was talking about, some spy thing out in Australia, like out in the outback, that it's a mix of the American and the Australian government working together, and there's like a murder. So it's like we didn't have that on.
There you go.
Yeah, so I was like, wow, that's great. So
morning Netflix.
Yeah, so Australian. I've done European Netflix as well, and the Americans with Nord, but it's great because I have this ability, and and Netflix tries every once in a while to block them, but they just open up another server, and it's super quick.
Yeah. There you go, man. There's just great products out there, great ways to get going. But I think just got to start, right?
Yeah, it's just find something that you like, and it's something that you use. If you use it, boom, there you go. You use it, and if they have affiliate, usually it's at the bottom. Scroll down, it's partnership, it's affiliate. Boom.
Yeah, how good's that? So many ways to make money.
Yeah. So when did you fully decide to flip into looking more into investing in stocks and that? Because that's something I'm interested in.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. So we can, I can impart some sort of value to you personally about learn some stuff. So, what happened was I grew up around real estate. I mean, in Australia, everyone's real estate mad. They just no one's into stocks here. They just like real estate, property is just crazy. The great Australian dream is to own a property, right? Anyway, that's what I grew up around. My dad was in real estate. I have my real estate license. I became a lawyer in real estate. I mean, that was my whole thing. I was in projects. I've been in all parts of real estate.
Oh, sure.
Leasing, residential, everything. It's my background. So you would think that I would just go and get in real estate.
Yeah.
But here's what I noticed. I noticed that people who own real estate were always whining about how much cash they didn't have. Right? As in, it was, especially in Australia, it costs money to hold real estate. You got to manage it. You got to pay rates. You got to pay insurance. You got to pay the bank back. You got to have tenants. It's just a real nightmare administration one, right? So I'm like, don't know if I really want to go and get a massive $500,000 mortgage. Let me just check to see what else is around that's going to give me a bit more cash flow. So in Robert Kiyosaki, one of his books, he talks about dividends, right? I was like, what the heck is dividend? What the heck is this? What's this world all about? So that kind of kicked me off my journey. And then I was going through the airport one day, and I always go to the bookshops there at the airport.
Yeah, it's the best place to see the entertaining books, but also knowledgeable books.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm going to check it out because I'm about to get on a plane flight. And when you live in Australia, every plane flight's long. Oh, so I'm like,
that's our drives. Our drives are long, but our flights are so expensive.
We got everything expensive and long, but... So I'm in there and I grabbed this book called The Snowball by Warren Buffett.
I have it. I love that book.
Oh, it's so good. I'm like, so I'm reading this book and I was told, stay away from stocks. It's risky. You're going to lose everything. And that was the story that was told to me as a kid, growing up. And that's not the case. That's the case if you're at the local tavern, the pub, the part of the bar. And some drunk guy go, buy this stock. That's bad. Don't do that.
No.
But that it's not like that. So I'm thinking, Warren Buffett, does he read charts? What is this? So I pick up the book and I read it. Now in the book, he talks about value investing. So he talks about how he can buy $1 for 50 cents. So he's buying shares in businesses and companies that are worth a lot more than what he's buying them for. And at that moment, I was like, that makes absolute sense to me. And I just knew, I'm like, well, it doesn't cost a fortune to buy a stock. It's like $20. In those days, it was $20 a trade. Now it's free on eToro.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I can just buy stocks and they can just pay me a dividend. Are you kidding me? It's like, that's why I call my book Money Grows on Trees. I'm like, you're telling me I can plant a tree. So when I learned that, when I was reading that book, there's another book in there that he touches on called The Intelligent Investor. So I went and bought it. Right? I'm reading that book and I had savings. So that's why I talk about in my book, savings is the first step. Because if you don't have savings, you can't even do it. You can't start affiliate marketing, networking, you can't start a side hustle.
No.
And then you can't invest. So I was like, savings is important. So I had some savings and I'm like, okay, I don't know really what I'm doing. I think I know what I'm doing. I want dividend stocks. I want a nice, good quality company. So I bought an Australian bank called Westpac. It's a 200-year-old bank here. I'm like, it's pretty safe. It's the second biggest company in Australia at the time. I'm like, that's pretty good. So I'm like, I'll just do this. It was paying a 6% dividend yield, 6%, tax-free. So that when you take the tax into account, it's like 8%, right? I'm like, that's good cash flow, better than property. Plus, it owned all the properties in Australia from their mortgages. So I'm like, this is a good bit. So I'm like, okay, and I put in $3,500, I think it was $3,000, right? $3,000. And I was like, ooh, big move, big baller here. But that was big for me, right?
Yeah, of course. Like $100 could be big for someone, or like $3,000 is someone else's big bucks.
Exactly. So like, it just felt right. Like I had enough money to go, okay, I think 3,000 is good. So I did that. And then I waited because it says in the book, be patient and then you'll get paid. So I remember the day that it came, and this is in the days where they didn't do like instant dividends in your bank account, not direct. It was like checks in the mail.
Yeah.
So I remember I went downstairs and I had a check from Westpac Bank. I was like, oh,
I'm in the money.
I remember I took it out of the thing and I opened it up and I just cut this check as this check from Westpac, and it says, you've earned $90. And I was like, money grows on trees. I'm like, I planted that tree, $90. I'm like, oh my God, I just made passive income. I was like, this is amazing. Like, I was like, I get this.
Yeah.
Right.
That's amazing.
And of course, then I learned to do a bit more, and I actually built up since I was 24. I'm now 37. So in 13 years, I've built up with income. It helps too, to go faster. $1 million share portfolio.
That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah. I think it's insane, but a lot of people are better. They've done more.
Of course, but like you're 37. You started at 24, and you didn't have any idea about it, and you learned and got better and better and better. Now you have $1 million portfolio that you can play with to make it into like a $10 million, and then
So check this out. So with the million, right? It's for most of it, it's invested in stocks that produce dividends. Pay dividends. Now, dividends, when a company has profits, it just takes a bit of the profits and it pays the shareholders a piece of the profit. That's all dividends are, is just a piece of the profit, right? So I'm in these businesses.
Thank you. It's a thank you for giving us your money beforehand.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, you're a stockholder, you get to share in our profits. Here you go. Thank you. So like, I've had dividend checks, even in the book, I give some examples where it's like $10,000 is rolled in my bank account, tax-free. $10,000. I'll be sitting in my bed. I'm like, oh, thanks. $10,000 tax-free. Great.
Yeah,
right?
You're like, oh, wait, hold on. I just got an email. Oh, well, that was $5,000 I just made right there. Okay.
It's bizarre. It's crazy, but it's like, I've bought into the bits that make sense financially, but it just wows me to this day that you can take your money and compound it in shares and they pay you that. Yeah. Now, so if you have $1 million, the passive income from that is around about $45,000 to $50,000 a year.
That's an annual salary for most people in Canada.
Yeah. For most people in Australia too, like 50,000 is pretty good. So my goal of that, like when I was washing cars when I was a kid, mowing lawns and doing pools and stuff, like it was brutal. I remember like working harder and it's like, oh, I made $100. That was hard.
Yeah.
But I was like, one day, I'm going to get income coming to me. And that was my vision. And so done it with stocks, network marketing, selling books and courses now, and it's coming through. But it's just wonderful. When you crack the code, whether it be in real estate or in shares, when you got passive income coming to you, it can't be stopped.
Yeah, no, it's insane. Like here, I guess like stocks are still looked at kind of bad because of what happened in the 80s and again in the 2000s with the bailouts.
With real estate,
real estate, also the bubble bursting and that. So it's kind of like everybody's kind of like, ooh, stocks, but now would be the perfect time. Yeah. But I work for a bank, so we have something called a RESOP, which the bank will take some of your money from your pay and buy stocks for it. And so I'm like, yes, here's 3%. Take 3% of my annual salary, buy stocks at a cheaper price too. Okay.
Do you work for TD Bank?
I work for I don't like to say. I'll tell you afterwards. I work for one of the other ones. It's just because I currently work for them. I don't want.
No, that's fine. I get it. Edit that part out.
Great thing about podcasting, editing. But yeah, so like when I started, I didn't know. I was a young kid. I didn't know. And that my dad was like, no, just do it. Yeah. It's the smartest thing you'll ever own. And like, he started me early. We have RRSPs here in Canada. It's your retirement savings plan or something like that. Yeah. Really complicated name. But my dad started me really early at it. And I'm like, I don't even know the guy anymore who does my I just know there's $100 or $200 that just disappears every month. I don't even touch it. It's there. And that's what I do. And I get the things and I just go, here, Dad. Like right now, I'm not ready for this. When I'm ready to look at all the fun stuff, hand it to me then. But yeah.
That's really good that you do that. Like that's the best way to invest.
Oh yeah. My dad was an insurance salesman all his life. And he taught me really young. He's like, look, insurance gets a bad rap, but just look at it this way. You're screwing the government when you die. That's all insurance is.
That's pretty smart.
Because the government's, we have income, we have estate tax. Yeah. So what my dad does is when he was an insurance salesman, he would set up the insurance situation so that when you did die, the equal of your estate could be paid by your insurance. So your estate, in essence, you don't lose any money from your estate.
Yeah, smart.
So that's how I'm like, okay, cool. That's how we do it. Cool. As long as you can figure it out for me, and when I have time, I'll figure out more. But like when I have the free time, when my day job is gone and I can work fully on my side hustle, I'm going to look into the insurance stuff and look and like, okay, how do I fix everything so that my money generates more money for my future generations.
Yeah, definitely. Well, once you get into like fully paid off real estate or fully paid off stocks or, you're just producing passive income. I mean, this is a no brainer, but, it's interesting is my dad was an insurance salesman too.
Ooh, maybe we're related. You're a little more tan than I am, but that could be because you guys have sun.
In the sun. You're in the snow. I'm in the sun.
I'm in the snow. You're in the sun. So yeah, we're kind of on opposite ends. And my dad's always wanted to go to Australia. Has your dad really wanted to come to Canada? Because
I think probably he might go. I don't know. Like maybe Whistler, he'll go.
Oh yeah, Whistler is.
I used to live in Canada. Like I was I actually went to Western. I went to University of Western Ontario.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I did law school there for a little bit.
That's insane.
Yeah, man. I was in London, Ontario. That's where I lived, in the snowbelt. So I went for the Maple Leafs. I kind of like the Philadelphia Flyers better, but yeah.
The Maple Leafs, really, you're hurting me here.
You got Oilers?
No, I'm a Montreal Canadiens boy. I'm French Canadian through and through. So, like, I'm a Habs, man. Like, it hurts when I don't see my Habs play.
There you go. But I love Canada.
I want to go to Australia, but I'm slightly scared. I have some friends in Australia, actually, in I believe it's Western Australia.
That's a whole different country, but yeah.
Yeah. That's what he says. I'm like, so how is it in the new year? He's like, I'm not in the new year yet. I'm in Western Australia. I'm like,
yeah. He's like a time zone behind.
Yeah. So, and I want to visit him and see Australia, but I'm just like, I hear all like, you see the Australia wants to kill you no matter what it means.
That's true. And I can't say it's not true because it's true. A guy got eaten by a shark recently. He's a real estate agent at at a beach we run by. Like it was on the news. Everything just eaten. Boom.
Now you're really not selling me coming to Australia.
No, you can't. There's bad stuff. There's but
just your passe attitude about it that's what's like.
There's a rule. There's a rule in Australia. This is the only rule you have to learn. Okay, from I would say there's a place in Queensland. It's the eastern side of Australia where I live. We're on the border here. We're in the most eastern part of Australia. Beautiful. Yeah. We can swim in the ocean, everything, right? We don't swim in our rivers just here near me because there's bull sharks in there. But literally, you can hear them at nighttime. You can hear them jumping at nighttime when we're in bed. Anyway.
Oh my God, that's insane.
We have this rule that once you get past Bundaberg, probably, which is about a few hours north of us, you can't swim in the ocean or in the lakes or in the inland water. You literally cannot swim in natural water above that town. Because if you swim in the ocean, it's not the sharks you have to worry about. It's the box jellyfish. They will kill you. The Irukandji box jellyfish will kill you. So you can't swim in the ocean, okay? Then in the inland, you can't swim in the natural waterways in the inland because the crocodiles will kill you and eat you. And there's signs to say, do not swim here.
And we don't have Steve Irwin anymore to save us.
Totally. So like, even he swam in the ocean and get killed by a stingray, right? Yeah. So like, it's definitely, so just don't swim in the water above where I live. And don't swim in our river here.
Yeah. So the rivers where you live and north of you stay out of the water pretty much.
Yeah.
What about south of you? Like, is it safe south of you?
I would say south. If you get into parts of, I mean, we had the wildfires in Sydney, but if you get south, I think the only thing in South Australia, don't swim there because great white sharks live down there. I just wouldn't swim, and the water's freezing cold. But inside New South Wales, where Sydney is and so on, I think it's pretty good there. Like, it's pretty safe in those areas. You'll be fine.
Okay, good to know. So when I come over, I'll already be ahead of step of everybody else who comes over and has no idea.
From where we live to Melbourne is safe. That's why the population is centered around where we all live here, and then nowhere else. So there you go. You'll be fine. We have snakes here and spiders, but you'll be fine.
Only snakes and spiders, you know.
Yeah.
Here I have to worry about polar bears, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't. No, we don't worry about our biggest is a raccoon. We have to worry about raccoons and skunks in where I live. Skunks, like those are nothing. Like they're just very ballsy. The funny story is, like, I was throwing out trash one night. I opened the door and there's like 3 raccoons on my trash bin on my balcony on the 3rd floor. And I'm like, nope, trash is not going out tonight. Take care of it in the morning.
Oh, that's funny, man.
Yeah, no. We have occasionally great whites out, not where I am, but further, because we have what's called the Fleuve Saint Laurent, the Saint Laurent River. It goes out into the Atlantic or whatever. Yeah, the Atlantic Ocean. So we sometimes have sharks there, but we get whales occasionally up through here, like humpbacks and that as well.
Yeah,
so
cool. Yeah, cold water.
But we don't have regular shark attacks or, you know, box fixed jellyfish trying to kill us. So that's something we don't live with, which is I'm happy with.
I would be happy with that too. I mean, we just don't holiday in our own country. We just go somewhere else, to Canada or something.
It makes sense if your country's trying to kill you, your wildlife is always trying to kill you, getting out of the country to relax is probably smart.
Yeah. So it's been a hard thing not being able to travel with COVID, but it's all right.
Well, you can always go to
Tasmania? No, that's a whole different country. We need a passport. No, kidding. We can go there.
Well, New Zealand too. You guys are like the safest places in the world right now.
Yeah, New Zealand's pretty good, but we can't go there either. So we're just gonna stay here. Yeah. Anyway.
Hey, on Saturday there's a lockdown that you're not allowed to leave your house after 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. That's coming.
I've heard that. Yeah.
It's insane.
It's insane. But you know what? It's a great time to. I mean, you know, when you're talking about building businesses and all this stuff, right? And what's the biggest excuse people have given you? Isn't it like, I don't have time? Yeah.
I don't have the time to get in shape, start businesses, start a habit, start something good. I don't have time. I'm too busy.
Right? So now's the time.
Oh yeah. It's the best time. Like I had 2020, as bad as it was for me, it was also transformative because I figured out what I wanted to do and I've set my destinations of where I'm going to end, where I want to go for my next life. And it's great because I'm seeing the path open up. I'm talking to you about stocks and I'm like, okay, I'm going to be investing in stocks soon. I already have a bit of a understanding and I already have stocks. So I might as well invest more so I can make more passive income because I do want that $90 check. I'm not going to lie. That $90 check sold it for me. Like $90 in my pocket. Yes, please.
I know.
So yeah,
I'm excited for you. Like, it's going to be great. Like, I just love when people learn about passive income. You know, I love when they learn about like residual recurring income too, like affiliate marketing, network marketing. I love that. That's like, I'll put this in perspective for a second, just because sometimes people can get carried away with investing and they forget the cash cow that does it. Mm-hmm. So as much income as I make passively from shares, there are some weeks in our network marketing business where I can make 9,000 net profit in a week. So let's just not put that out of that is incredible amounts of income that will drive your wealth creation.
Oh yeah, everything has to feed itself. If you don't,
you have to have you have to have a business, a cash cow business. Yeah. Because people try and go from employee, right, when they're making say 50 grand a year and they got like not much savings, to like investor.
Yeah.
And this is not enough.
No, you need all three. Like you said, you need all three to help build it up. Because if you only have two, you won't get to the next level.
Totally, 100%, definitely. So I think that's a good lesson for people to learn.
It's a super great lesson to learn. So this is what we're going to do. We're coming up to the time here. I'm going to switch you up to you being front and center, and you can tell them all about you. You can where they can find you, anything you want to promote. It's all yours. So go right ahead.
So easiest way to find me is Instagram. Lloyd James Ross is my handle. There's 2 L's in my name. One is silent. It's not Lloyd. So it's Lloyd James Ross, Instagram. Facebook, Lloyd J. Ross. I'm pretty active on Facebook still. I know that's not a thing in North America anymore, but it is in Australia. And you can go and grab my book to invest in yourself if you want to. It's the best place to start for money, I think, personally. I'm biased. Moneygrowsontreesbook.com is where you get it. Moneygrowsontreesbook.com is where you get it. But, go to my Instagram. I post tons of value there. Grab it, engage with me, ask me questions. I'll help you out. Anything you need. So
it's very true. The book is really worth it. I'm not fully done it yet, and I'm already loving it. And hold on, let me get in that picture. There we go. I haven't got the buttons yet to do it all cool yet, but that's coming. It's coming. But it's great. The book is amazing. I highly suggest people get on it because you'll find something that will work for you, that will help you get the freedom that you're looking for. And it's free. Like, just go download it.
Yeah.
It's great. All right. I want to thank you, Lloyd, for being on the show. Thank you for reaching out, coming on as a guest, and providing me with so much knowledge and making it simple for me to understand stocks, because sometimes a little complicated, but now I know I'm going to get into stocks because it's the next thing to invest in myself.
Yeah, man. Invest in yourself, invest in stocks.
All right, guys. Have a great night.
Thanks, Phil.
Guys, how awesome was that episode? Lloyd just gave so much value. He explained exactly how he started his money tree, his money farm, probably at this point. His book is in the show notes down below. Just go to his website, lloydjross.com, and you can start for the price of a coffee and breakfast. You can get this book and learn exactly like how he is teaching me to plant money trees. He will teach you in that book. Plus, you get to subscribe to his podcast, which is a free resource. So if you're hesitant, listen to his podcast and you'll see that he actually knows what he's talking about, and it's well worth it. But here's the greater, the little payoff for listening to the whole episode is we are starting a new series on his feed. So normally he has one episode a week. We're going to now to a 5-episode series. He's going to still have an episode every week, but additionally every other week he's going to have Ask a Millionaire a question, and he's going to have his friends who are millionaires that have made money through different means, investing, side hustles, and that, answering questions that he asks them. So he does this exclusively in his group, but now he's giving us access to release it to you guys because he knows how valuable it is. So he's getting that in it. So more value to you from the Millionaire Mindset master himself, my good buddy Lloyd Ross. So I thank you guys so much for listening, and do yourself a favor, listen to his podcast because you'll have so much joy listening to it, and tell him I sent you when you leave a review, because it's 5 stars. It should be $5 bills, $500. It's amazing. So yes, thank you again for listening to the show. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, as always, invest in yourself.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to take the next step. When you're ready to dive deeper into how to launch, grow, and monetize your podcast, Phil's got something special for you. Join him for a free webinar where he'll reveal the 3 secrets that have helped countless entrepreneurs succeed in podcasting. Click the link in the show notes to save your spot, and let's turn your podcasting dreams into reality.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.